I still love you.
A few moments later.
And we definitely don't want it to get to that stage. Now guys, if you are here, it's because you want to know 3 steps that you must take to get out of an unhealthy relationship. And I'm just going to get right into it. Now the first step is that you must make the decision. You can't be indecisive. If you've gotten to a point where you know you have to leave, then you must make that decision first before anything else. Now you're going to be thinking about what's going to happen to you. How are you going to survive? Because maybe this person is supporting you financially. Maybe he's supporting the kids. You're probably thinking, how are the kids going to survive? How is the parenting going to work? So all of these things are going to be going through your mind. And when these things are going through your mind, it makes you doubtful. And so it's hard to come to this decision to say, I deserve better. I have to leave. You have to first get to that point. Right? Now, once you've gotten to that point, the second thing that you have to do, that you must do, is that you have to focus on yourself. Because so many times when we're in these kind of relationships that are unhealthy, we tend to think more about the person, the partner, the children. We're thinking about everything else besides our own self. So during this point, you have to watch motivational videos, read books that can inspire you, speak to positive people who can help you through the difficult periods, strengthen yourself. Because chances are this partner has a lot of control over you and maybe has made you feel vulnerable and weak, and a lack of confidence may be something that plagues you. So during this time, it's very important to strengthen yourself mentally, prepare yourself physically for the new life that you have decided to have. Because now that you've made a decision, you have to prepare yourself for life without this person. You have to prepare yourself for what's to come, for the bright light that you see ahead of you. Okay? And this means that you have to build yourself up, because it is not going to be easy. And then you have to prepare yourself also for the backlash, because once this person sees that you're becoming different, that you're stronger, that they can't emotionally abuse you anymore. You have a lot of partners who like to project their negativity on you, and then once they feel better, they leave you feeling that you are the problem. They have a way of knowing how to leave you feeling like you are the problem. So once you've strengthened yourself like that, prepare for the backlash, because they're going to notice the change and they're going to want to break you even more than they tried to do before. So it's important that you do that. Now, once you have made the leap and you left, you're out of the situation, you have to now think, because life goes on. Even if you're with that person for 20, 30 years, life still goes on. That person is not the end all be all of your life. But what you don't want to do is to carry baggage into another situation. What you want to take the time to do is to invest in yourself, to get to know yourself. You may have to cut off some relationships, because in relationships, especially the long-term relationships, sometimes you may have friends that you shared. Some family members may be close to the person that you broke up with, and they might want to encourage you to stay in that situation. So sometimes some relationships you got to cut off, because now you're trying to be healthy. You have to be able to trust that the people around you, the ones that you're allowed to be around you, have your best interest at heart. You have that choice. You have that power. Now that you've empowered yourself, you're trying to make sure that you are equipped to go into another situation, whether it's the job world, because as I mentioned in step 1, maybe this person has been taking care of you financially, and now you have to prepare yourself, maybe educationally, to go out and get a job, because you have to live. And you shouldn't stay in a situation just because someone is taking care of you financially. So you want to prepare yourself. Spend time and money building yourself up. Hang around people who will listen, because sometimes you just need someone who will take the time to listen while you talk. Someone you know, love and respect you and trust your judgment. Someone who will tell you the truth. During this period, the third step, you also need to assess where you went wrong. Why did you allow yourself to be treated like that? How can you avoid that in the next situation that you go into? How can you not carry the baggage from this relationship into that relationship? But how do you break the cycle? Because a lot of us, we have a cycle of allowing people to abuse us. Sometimes we are the abusers too. So we have to assess ourselves so that we do not continue to make those mistakes. And especially if we have children, they're looking on. If you're not happy, your children or child is not happy, because they sense your energy and they take on that energy. So at this stage, you have to take the time to assess yourself, to build yourself. It continues from 2, because at step 2, you're spending the time to build yourself emotionally, build your self-esteem, to realize that you deserve better. But in step 3, when you're on your own, you're gonna be dealing with some serious issues. You're gonna be dealing with doubt. You're gonna doubt yourself. So like I said before, you have to surround yourself with people who have your best interest at heart, people you can talk to. You may have to go see a counselor. So that's where the money investment is really valuable at this point, because what you're trying to do is to build yourself so that you do not continue to make the same mistakes, so that you do not allow anyone to treat you less than your worth. You have to understand your worth, and never ever again, after you leave this situation, allow yourself to be treated any less than you know that your value is. And then you have to also make that decision to not treat anybody else any less. Because if you do go into, once you get to know yourself, because a lot of times we're in these relationships, like I said before, we don't take time to get to know us. Who are you? Spend some time with yourself. Try to figure out, besides the kids, besides the husband or boyfriend that didn't work out, and the friends, who are you? Spend time and try to get to know yourself. Get to know your creator. Ask him for guidance, because there are those who don't believe in God, but we didn't make ourselves. So connect with your creator as well and ask him for guidance, because with God all things are possible. All of this is not easy. It's not going to be easy. You know, this is scary. It's easier said than done. But it is important that you make the decision, stick with it. Act, and keep on acting. Because action is what speaks. You could say from now until next year that you're going to leave this person. But if you stay in the situation, it means that you do not value yourself enough. There's a light. There's a light at the end of all of this. But you first have to make that decision. That you are worth it. That you deserve better. That your children or your child deserve better. And make that decision. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'm out.